Everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. We're coming to you live in the morning. That's right now. We're changing things up like we promised last week, all right? We're bringing a ton of energy to you guys. First, we want to say good morning. Happy Monday. If you haven't met us yet, my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this is my closest friend, collaborator, and homie, Karthik NFT in all the places. How you doing this morning, man?
Doing good, man. Starting a fresh week off with fresh content and these news recaps. So I'm kind of excited what we're bringing today.
Yeah, I'm excited to bring our perspective, not only on what's happening in news, a little bit about what's happening in crypto. We haven't even come up with a name for this segment. So if you're tuning in, give us a name. I don't know. We got to figure that out. We know that this is an important thing for us because it helps us keep in touch. So we want to help you guys keep in touch. We're going to dive right into it. Like Kartik said, this segment, we're going to be talking about the news, some hot topics, and then our perspective from both the perspective of an artist, because we are artists, but we also are professionals. We have experience in all sorts of fields. So we're excited to help bring our perspective to you guys. And as always, play a little music. You know, we're still going to bring the vibe every segment, but we'll see you guys here in the mornings. All right. So just diving in here, let's get into our share screen like we do here at NFT Art Talk. And please, guys, don't forget, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're following us on Twitter right now or Twitch, please shoot us a follow and DM. Don't forget to hit those notification bells. So in this segment, we want to start it out with a little bit of what's happening in crypto. If you've been paying attention over the weekend, there's been a little bit of a drop in some of these. We'll leave it up to you to decide what that means. We're not financial advisors here. We're just trying to keep in touch and be aware. Some things that I noticed personally: Ethereum under 3K. Looks like there's some key resistance and support at play here. You know, even Bitcoin under 40K to start it out. Solana at 88. XRP Army. You know how we do it here. Coming in on Monday morning around 61 cents. I know this one dropped down under 60 cents, which was pretty exciting for me personally. Again, we're not financial advisors. You got Cardano fighting to get back at the dollar at 77. And then it looks like Polygon Matic, we wanted to talk about that, at 109, pricing at coming into this Monday, which seems like a good value from what I've been buying. But again, we're not financial advisors here. I know we feature a lot of artists in NFT Art Talk that are on Matic. So we just kind of talk about the chains that we know are doing some things. I know AVAX has NFT marketplaces as well. We just wanted to go ahead and talk about that just a little. Kartik, I don't know if you had anything else to add. I know this is just kind of an update. So
Yeah, the ones we were kind of talking about: Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, Matic are kind of primarily used in the NFTs we're kind of working with right now. So you probably see some of these other chains incorporate NFTs later, but those are the ones we're probably kind of more involved with, honestly.
yeah, and we know that, like, you know, crypto.com, they have some NFT stuff going on. FTX is building a marketplace. So yeah, I mean, like, or has one. These are just the ones that we're focusing on. We want to like almost timestamp to like track how they go. And then in the same vein of these market updates, we thought we could kind of jump into Rarity Tools. It's one of the largest tools tracking rarity for Ethereum chain, and I believe also now maybe Solana. But you know, just in the effort of updates, some new collections that they're featuring that we thought were. I mean, I thought I saw this Mutant Ape Kids Club. I don't know if that's like a direct derivative, but it's interesting. Mutant Ape is a pretty big PFP project, and I wonder if they're like starting to have even more in that Bayc club. Do your own research. After we air, we'll always put the links in the description below for you guys if they're not there already. Yeah, you see some more ape derivatives coming out. What we mean by derivatives, if you don't know, it's just they kind of look like a collection and then they derive another collection from it. Sometimes they reward it to the people who own that first collection. We can talk about that some more, but yeah, I mean, it seems, you know, it's interesting to see. So Yuga, which is one of the people we're going to be talking about in a moment, I mean, man, they are still just dominating this total volume top collection. CryptoPunks, Bored Ape, Mutant Ape, Meebits. I know all of these are There's, I think, some of these World of Women, I believe, and maybe even Cool Cats. I don't know.
Mm.
We'll have to look at it, but just dominating. And I mean, look at this volume, 7 day volume, 30,000 Ethereum, 60,000 just between these two. Um, see Murakami's still up here. Love to see that. He's a fantastic one of one artist, and I know he just launched his own NFT that's not a collab. Yeah, this is kind of some updates on what's happening here and at the top of the industry. Um, Carter, do you have anything else you wanted to kind of talk about? I'll just scroll through so we can see.
Yeah, it just seems like the big dogs are still in the main places on there on the top. I know I've seen a lot of V friends kind of stuff being messaged out, and yeah, man,
Yeah, V Friends
all kind
2
of
just dropped,
yeah,
right?
yeah, V friends too, exactly. So I've been seeing a lot of Gary V posts on that. But yeah, man, just it all looks pretty much. There's no big movers or shakers in that really that have just come up. So B Friends seemed like the only one that I kind of heard about recently that's kind of popping off right now.
Yeah, outside of this stuff that Yuga's doing, let's dive into that a little bit.
Yeah, so I found so basically this last weekend they were selling metaverse plot lands to Bayc holders or in their Bored Ape Yacht Club kind of like metaverse. So so we're gonna look at this article. Ethereum gas price surges as Yuga Lab cashes in 300 million selling Otherside NFTs. So Otherside is their metaverse for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. While the other deed NFTs could be minted only in Ape, which Ape Coin is the coin for Bored Ape Yacht Club in their ecosystem. It also required ETH for gas fees. So while the community was witness to the largest non-fungible token mint yet, Ethereum gas price rose to unprecedented levels in addition to users experiencing failed transactions due to blockchain bottlenecks. With each piece of land selling at 305 ApeCoin or nearly $5,800 at the time of sale, Yuga Labs made 319 million after 55K NFTs sold out almost instantaneously. So I just wanted to bring attention to this article. Basically, the gas fees were like the highest they've ever been, like ever, because so many people were minting it. You probably could kind of see that because like you have those 10,000 Bored Ape Yacht owners, and then you have that whole ecosystem of all those users in it. So they probably jumped on the network at that time trying to mint these out, and we saw extreme gas prices. Like I remember I was watching a YouTube show, and I think at one point it was like at $9,000 just to mint it. But yeah, it's just interesting because Yuga Labs was kind of coming out there saying this is the biggest sale ever, but then hundreds of millions of Ethereum got burnt at that same time, and there's like a lot of failed transactions. It was overwhelming the network at times. That's why the gas was so high. So this is just interesting because we hadn't seen this in the space yet, right? Like when a group of many users come in there to actually transact on the blockchain, and this is like the first case use scenario of that, and you saw the gas fees going kind of crazy. I just thought it was interesting because only if you have that type of money could you even got these one of these lands, right? So like for a basic consumer, right, or any artist trying to sell any of their artworks on this Ethereum chain at that moment, the gas fees are so high that you wouldn't even be able to tap into your consumer base if you're just like a regular user or a regular one-on-one artist or just a smaller collection. But it just shows you like what needs to expand in this Ethereum environment. Really, I don't know if you have any other thoughts on that, Moshe.
Yeah, I just thought like kind of in the same light of what you're saying. Yeah, it's interesting to see 55,000 people transacting at the same time on ApeCoin, which isn't even necessarily it's a core. I mean, it's built on Ethereum, but and it just crashes, to the extent that when Kartik says burn, that's just people losing millions of dollars or whatever because like they tried to make a transaction that failed and it cost money to make the transaction. So it speaks to the inefficiency of Ethereum. It speaks to the excitement around Bored Ape Yacht Club and everything that Yuga does. I feel like where just this stuff is selling out so fastly, so quickly, and it speaks to the future of what this technology is going to take because 55,000 NFTs is. I mean, I remember when we were selling tickets to concerts. I mean, we would have like a million transactions go on in a 24-hour period, sometimes as many as like 700,000 over the course of like a 30-minute period, just something that's super popular. And so to see, see similar issues in crypto. I'm excited to see crypto be a solution for that, not a problem. It's just going to take some time, but that's
Right. It's such at an infancy right now, and that's why you do have these other blockchains where they're talking about how they're trying to implement low gas fees like Solana, Cardano, because one, this is what happens in the Ethereum network when a lot of people are using. And I know they're trying to transition to Ethereum 2.0 where these gas fees kind of reduce, but right now you just have a couple of these issues. But it does show that you can raise the money real quick. I won't
right.
doubt that.
Right, exactly. All right, let's keep it going with our last news topic of the day. We're trying to keep this episode brief, 10, 12 minutes for you guys in and out in your mornings just to catch up. We thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, please don't forget at 1 o'clock Central Time today, we still have the NFT Art Talk where we're showcasing all the artists. So come hang out with us again then.
Yeah, so this is another article I found. Solana goes dark for 7 hours as bots swarm Candy Machine NFT minting tool. It wasn't immediately clear how the bot traffic overcame safe network safeguards, but yeah, Solana stakeholders rushed to the right the network Saturday night after what one insider called an insane amount of data flooded the proof of stake chain, knocking validators out of consensus and grinding block production to a halt. Bots had swarmed the popular NFT minting tool known as Candy Machine earlier Saturday with an unprecedented tsunami of inbound traffic, 4 million transaction requests, and 100 gigabytes of data every second, a record for the network. One person at the Solana Foundation said, for reasons not clear, the swarm pushed validators out of consensus, block production became impossible, and the network went dark. So basically, it's just like so many data points were hitting the network that just kind of like shut down. It's kind of like I don't know if you ever heard like DDoS attacks and things like that in Web 2.0, or just massive amounts of like traffic is being pushed into a website and the website goes down. So this is kind of similar to that, except in the blockchain. I just thought it was an interesting article because Yuga Labs and Bored Ape was kind of dominating the whole weekend, but this one kind of fell under the radar. So I just kind of wanted to point that out. But it just shows you people are utilizing these types of technologies. There's still like exactly safeguards and security measures that they have to figure out, but transactions are happening in all these networks. And when you're here in the beginning, you just realize like it's such a new environment that you have to see what happens in the real world. And once the real world kind of transacts in it, they kind of make it better and better and trying to make it more efficient. So I just thought this was an interesting article. Solana is another competing blockchain to Ethereum.
Yeah, and it's really good to see all these different networks like learning how to, like you said, transact in the real world. And like I think a lot of people see these moments as like, oh my God, everything's failing. But I think there's another side. That's what we're trying to talk about today. The other side of it, of these technologies, learning how to support like what's happening and these massive transactions at the same time, because that massive adoption event, it's spoken about a lot in the NFT spaces. They're happening all the time. Bored Ape is a great example where just a ton of new people came in, and started paying attention because a lot of money was being spent. So keep your eyes out, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This is awesome. We're going to start doing these. We're going to try to get these out to you guys each morning. We're going to keep them short and sweet. We're going to get the links like we always do. And don't forget, come hang out with us this afternoon at 1 o'clock and let's talk about some great artists that are out here doing what they're doing. Hope you guys have a great Monday and an awesome week. Karthik, you got anything closing for us?
Have a good day. Just take this as like the networks are expanding. They have to be tested in reality. And this is actually a good thing, man, because I was in one of these spaces. Like sometimes it takes a long time to get your project funded. For these examples, they got funded that quick in a couple hours. So that's the strength of this space, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys keep on keeping on. Experiment, explain, learn, ask questions. That's what we're here for. And definitely hit us up. We'll see you guys later this afternoon.